still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another CC haul. Today I have around 100 new CC items for your kids, toddlers and infant sims. As always, you can find links to everything in the description down below, and I also make sure to link you to a playlist full of my previous CC hauls. There's not just CC for kids, toddlers and infants, but also male and female sims. If you're interested in that, it's all there. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're gonna have a great weekend. I would like to apologize for not having been here for a bit of time. I think it's been 2 weeks since my last upload, if I'm not mistaken. When I got back, I was on a mini holiday with my mum, and when I got back, my grandma is not currently in her best health, so that took a bit of a toll on me emotionally. I'm very close to my grandma, so it just took me a bit of time to get to a place where I could sit down and record a voiceover again. Sometimes, you know, just have these phases in life, and I want to listen to that and act accordingly. So I'm back right now, feeling all right. We're here, and I've just been doing a lot of other things. My uni work has started again last week, but the first week at our university is always just a bit of like, there's some organizational stuff going on. You have to sign up for certain things, and then that's pretty much it. And one of the uni courses is stressing me out already because usually I study from at home, so all of the lectures are usually recorded. But this one module that I'm taking this semester, this one course, is so chaotic. It was extremely difficult for me to find out what I was even supposed to do for some reason. I don't know if I'm just stupid or if it's not very well organized, but very difficult for me to actually find out what I was supposed to do. There's no actual lectures. It's all just a book and then something that the professor wrote that you have to read. And that was the worst thing for me because I have ADHD, so organizing things very difficult for me. If there's not like a clear structure, it's really hard for me to put a structure in place so I can just work. And usually what they do is they have like a section for each week on the website, so you can go on that section and watch the lecture. You can tick the box that you've watched it. There's a quiz, maybe there's something you have to read for it, and that's it. And then it will go to the next week, and you can see, you know, in which week you are currently, if you're ahead or behind, or if you are perfectly in the time frame they're setting for you. But the time frame for that module is like the first 6 weeks have like one full section of read all of this, and you know, that's that. And that was very difficult for me. I was like, you know, it sounds ridiculous, but for a minute I was like close to tears because I was like, how am I going to structure this? And then I knew that if I didn't do it straight away, I would just get so lost with knowing how much I have to read every day. Luckily, because I usually struggle knowing how long certain like everyday tasks take. I don't know how long doing the laundry takes. Stuff like that in my mind always seems like it will take very long, and then other things I think take no time at all, but then they take 8 hours and I can't possibly do that and something else on that day. It's just not very good at those things. Luckily it's all just pages, so technically it was just math. I knew at 6 weeks, so I just kind of split it up and made sure that the sections I was reading were ending at a point where it made sense and not just like in the middle of a sentence because that was the next page or something. And I wrote all of that down, and I was super proud of myself because usually I'm not this organized at all. Usually I would have gotten so overwhelmed and then would have just pushed it ahead a few more weeks, and then I would have been so stressed out because it's like, oh, now I need to read 90 pages of this book in 2 days. Like, how am I going to do that? You know, and it's not just reading. I obviously have to take notes as well, so it doesn't, if it's just like read these 15 pages, I'd be like, all right, that's not a big deal. But knowing you have to take notes and then memorize it for an exam is the thing where I get a bit worried because I've never been good at this, where you like know exactly. Some people just seem to know, you talk to them, they seem to know exactly which information from a book you're reading or whatever is going to be relevant for the exam. And I just read things and I'm like, oh, this doesn't matter. And then I get into the exam and it asks exactly for what I thought didn't matter. And I'm like, well, I have no idea what this is. And That is usually a bummer. So I'm trying to avoid that a little bit this time around. I don't know, you live and you learn. I'm almost 30 now. I feel like I should have this down by now, but I don't know. It's just stuff I struggle with. And then also, finally, the weather has changed a bit. It was, I think, still pretty hot when I recorded the last video. And if you didn't know this, fall is my favorite season of the year. I just think it's so pretty. I love the leaves falling and the colors changing, and it's just so cozy. Like earlier, I just stood by my window and looked out and could see like all of the leaves falling. I was just like, oh my god, this is so like picturesque. Just very cute. I don't know. It's just so cozy. And then when it rains a little, I'm like a weirdo. When I wake up, the other day I woke up and it was raining and storming, and I was like, this is so gorgeous. And when I tell people, they always look at me like I'm crazy, but I just think there's nothing more nice than stormy, rainy weather, unless you have to leave the house, in which case it's disgusting. But if you know you can stay in, it's just so nice. And being able to read during those times, it's just so cozy. I love doing that. Also gaming, I had a huge phase of like gaming. I don't know, sometimes I get bored of certain games, but for some reason I really got into two games that I have had for a while. One of them is called Little Witch in the Woods, I think, and I've had that for ages. I played it actually on Twitch 3 years ago or whenever it came out, but there was so much reading involved. Like the start of the game has so much reading and that's something I just can't do with. I don't have the patience to read everything if it's just like super long conversations and I just want to play a game. It just stresses me out and I end up skipping things and then I don't understand what's going on. I used to do that with Pokemon so much back in the day when I was younger. I'd just skip everything and then I had no idea what I was supposed to do. I'm a little bit better with it now. Am I? No. No, actually I'm not. I just skip everything if I'm bored of it. I also feel very left out when people play farming simulation games like Stardew Valley or Coral Island or whatever, and they're all talking about all of the love interests and the townies and like, oh my god, these townies have such great stories and all of that stuff, and they're like, I love, I don't know, this character, and I'm just like, when I talk to them I just skip all of the dialogue because I want to like keep doing something else. And it's a bit of a shame because I feel like it's like a whole huge chunk of that genre of games that I'm just skipping and maybe missing out on. But it just gets to a point where I want to play the farming simulation of the game and not, I don't know, like a interactive story or something. It's just, it gets too much to me, for me, I don't know. And it feels like everyone else loves games for that reason, and they spend like a huge amount of the time playing just like socializing with the townies, and I often play those type of games and within the first year I've not made a single friend. Because I just want to get all of the other achievements like the museums and do all of the fishing, I don't know, earn a lot of money, get all of the crops. It's all of that stuff just takes up too much of my time, and then I don't want to run around looking for people and giving them gifts and finding out what they like and listening to the crap they have to say. I don't know, am I weird for that? I feel like I never meet people who are like, oh, same, I don't care about characters in game, and it makes me feel a bit left out. Okay. And I've also played Roots of Pacha again, which when it first came out I was obsessed with, and then I don't know why sometimes I just stop playing games and then I can never really get back into them, but got back into it and it's such a cute game. It has like a few new concepts that they added to like the farming simulation type of games that is very refreshing. It's really cute because usually you earn money, but with that you earn, I don't know, community points or something. I forgot what they're called, but you just get like little points because you helped out the community. It's very cute, very endearing. I feel like there's still so much I can find out about it because I haven't even played through the first year yet. I think I might have played through the first year on my first playthrough, but I can't remember. Usually with these games I get into like such an obsession for the first year, and then I'm like, now I've seen everything because I play them in early access, so it's not always like the full story is out, and then I get into a bit of a rut because I'm like, well, I've seen all of this, there's nothing else to do. But then when I want to get back into the game because an update came out, I would have to start over again because I don't like continuing like a really old save file where I have no idea what's going on, what the game is about, where all of my things are, how to progress the story, stuff like that. I don't know. It's like a lot of people have that issue though. I think with Coral Island it was just specifically bad because they put out so many updates where you couldn't even play with your old save file. So that was a lot to have to start over again, but that's what I've been up to. I feel like uni is going to be a lot this semester, so I'm really gonna hope I can put everything in, we say, under one hat in German. I don't know what the perfect saying in English would be for this, but I hope I can juggle it all at the same time. Fingers crossed, I'll do my best. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. There were quite a lot of clothing items for the kids, which I was really excited for. Should have said that at the beginning of the video, but you know, we're not organized here. But hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you all next time. Bye.